into two cars. One of the drivers was shot in the neck, the other grazed in his arm.
If your God came to you right now, tonight, in pomp and glory, shining, and he commanded the death of your child, would you sacrifice your child?
If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course.
Peter Lucas Moses refers to himself as a radical religious person who is with the Black Hebrews. And he just pleaded guilty to killing a 4-year-old and a woman that he was living with. He killed the 4-year-old because he thought he was gay.
Moses believed 4-year-old Higginbotham was homosexual. Klein says Moses took Higginbotham to the garage, played the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and shot him. Played the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and shot him. Played the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and shot him.
If God came to you and told you to sacrifice your kid, would you sacrifice your kid?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called the terrible, demon-like power. So Napa means empty, you could say, or open. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible.
According to the criminal complaint, Polite told investigators God told him to shoot Pastor Germany. God told him to shoot Pastor Germany.
God told him to shoot Pastor Germany.
And he wanted to go to jail to clear his mind.
Would you kill your child or your grandchild if your God told you to?
Oh, man.
So that's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes. It's a yes.
It's a yes.
But I think that it would be a test. I don't think the Lord would actually tell you to do it. I think it would just be a test because we can see.
You'd be willing to go through with it?
Or I'll go through any trial the Lord puts me through.
Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the self-proclaimed Son of God, one day in 1981, her North Dade home became a house of death. Banks, her husband, Carlton Carey, had just returned from talking with police about another Yahweh member who had been decapitated. Today, Yahweh Ben Yahweh is charged in her attempted murder and the death of her husband. October 1986, Yahweh's takeover in an Opalaka apartment building. Two residents who were ordered to leave publicly complained. That night, both were shot to death.
Wow! Judah, do you hear me? If the Most High Yahweh tells you to kill your family, would you do it? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Oh, Judah, no.
Damn.
Judah didn't mean that, y'all.
If the Most High say, put your family down, would you do it for the Most High?
By faith, yes. By faith, yes.
By faith, yes.
But he's going to tell me not to do it, just like he did Abraham. We have a story. like that already. Next.
The moral law is that if a child was to be rebellious, okay, towards their parents, they was to be taken down and stoned to death because of that. You see what I'm saying?
Would you do that? Would you do that if your God came back to you today in glory and said, I want you to stone your son if he get rebellious? Would you? Would you do it?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
The Most High was to come to you and ask you to off your loved ones. Would you do it, brother?
If I had made the mistake, if I didn't have ancestors inside of me and I made the mistake to make babies with outside nations, and then I heard the download from my ancestors saying that you need to put them away, yes, I will put them away. Yes, I will put them away.
Okay, Judah Nazareth, if the Most High come to you and say, I want you to put down your family, I have a better movement for you that I need you to do, would you do it?
They're out of here.
Created gang is undefeated. Know that. Know that. They not like us. Separate the real from the fake is a must. We stand on creator and no God we trust. Team Kemet got crushed into powder and dust. Woo! Kemet looking bad now. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many men down? Look at us all running, ducking, trying to skip town. Now power one it in. You Hebrew, what you Kemet now? Siding with the people that enslaved your own people now? Chop you up into pieces and throw you in the river now. Bet you right beside you, get ate by Kemet, crack it down. Look, we got them running, covering square miles. Scared to death, what's left? Only to take the crown. Get smashed down on your own stomping ground. We took over like the Hicks on your turf doing a disco. 2-stepping, no half-stepping with the info. You wouldn't even know the book of the dead, bro, if it wasn't for the translation done by my sparrow. Your time's narrow, semi-missiles blow out your arch arrows. Arches down, so goes the pharaoh. I saw him reading the glyphs like he an expert. But where he learned that from? This about to hurt. First translation came from Samuel Birch. European Egyptology gave you it first. You couldn't translate a bird to a word without looking up them European definition verbs. Y'all niggas acting like y'all blackity black. Fronting to the people, man, y'all niggas actually whack. Your pathetic comedic creation meant it's a trap. The blind leading the blind with no actual facts. Shabario Saze, you softer than Sade. Come to find out he followed Yahweh. That was your execution. You par Rosicrucian. Western thought you using. You are quite confusing. Don't know what you doing. How my eye got you moving. Right now you are losing. At your wake I'm viewing. R.I.P. communion. Mummy wrapped in ruin. OSP is ruling. Science has been proven. All motion moving. You live in an illusion. Who you think you fooling? Think you need some schooling. It's like Reggie out here living in a ghost town. Walking around like I see dead people around. I don't believe in spirits, but I believe them now. Stuttering Stanley, you can have a seat now.
Stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley.
Freak. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Creator gang is undefeated.
As the biosphere thinks humans into existence. As the biosphere thinks humans into existence.
As the biosphere thinks humans into existence.
So we recognize the earth and have to take care of it. If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do. If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do.
If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do.
It is in the southeastern side behind Punt that this God exists. It is in the southeastern side behind Punt. The biosphere thinks humans into existence. As the biosphere thinks humans into existence. As the biosphere thinks humans into existence.
As the biosphere thinks humans into existence.
So we recognize the earth and have to take care of it. If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do. If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do.
If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do.
It is in the southeastern side behind Punt that this God exists. It is in the southeastern side behind Punt that this God exists.
It is in the southeastern side behind Punt that this God exists.
And Ra rises in the morning and they're explaining the sunrise and how it comes up in the night. The sunrise and how it comes up in the night.
The sunrise and how it comes up in the night.
Let's talk about my teacher, award-winning scientist Hitoshi Moriyama. He said, when you take the ball and throw it into the sky, that's the beginning of the Big Bang. When you take the ball and throw it into the sky, that's the beginning of the Big Bang.
When you take the ball and throw it into the sky, that's the beginning of the Big Bang.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another show. And today, guys, I will be throwing a basketball in the sky. That's it.
And you're watching the universe expand until it reaches its zenith. When it reaches its height, then the universe is expanded, and in those areas it cools off, and we can tell because the ball starts to come back down. Because the ball starts to come back down.
Because the ball starts to come back down.
Oh, God.
Friction is the heat is caused by the molecules moving, speeding up. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
So let me tell you where it's located in the book of cosmogony. 38/1.37 to 42 is where it says the sun does not give off heat in the book of cosmogony.
Then why is the space between the face of the sun and the face of the earth freezing cold? Objective proof, she don't know what she's talking about. This is from NASA, Webb Telescope. By the way, Webb Telescope is not going out our galaxy, it is going towards the sun.
Conduction and convection can't happen in empty space due to the lack of matter, and heat transfer occurs slowly by the radiative process alone.
Conduction and convection can't happen in empty space due to lack of matter, and heat transfer occurs slowly by the radiative process alone.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2, man. Boy, that was a tough one there. That was a tough one there. All praises to the ever-present creator, the all in all, the always was, is, and ever shall be, whose magnitude is incomprehensible, whose presence is everywhere. Y'all see the title, man. The Christspiracy documentary review, or the teachings of Mashiach Messiah changed. We gonna review this documentary that got the world shook up as of right now. It was supposed to have came out on Netflix last year. They bought their rights back from Netflix and decided to put it out on their own little thing. So when y'all get a chance, go ahead and support these brothers. Support them, you know what I mean? Pay it forward. You'll see when you get on the website. But we about to go over some of this, man. We about to go over some of this. You know, the past 3 going on 4 years, we've been over here letting everybody know, like, hey, look, you know, it's blood in the water. It's something else going on. You dig? Dealing with the whole your health and what you supposed to be eating and what's deemed as food, and are you supposed to be throwing animals down your throat? Are you supposed to be chewing on loin meats? You know what I mean? Regardless, it's Passover, Ock. You know what I mean? Then the next breath, Negro tell you that Yahshua is the lamb. Then why the hell do more lambs got to get slain then? Like the logic is idiotic. It's crack pipe logic when you get down to it. How about this man was murdered by some black-hearted, urine-drinking bastards? How about that? They killed a righteous man 2,000 years ago, 2,000 plus years, because they was afraid of the light he was bringing out. It rattled the foundations. You dig? So yeah. You know, we've past 3 going on 4 years. We've been over banging bombing when it come down to it. You understand? Like, nah, that's a lot of that's off. You feel me? There are things that are right and correct though, right and exact. And you got every, you know what I mean, you got every right to apply that on this journey you call life. You feel me? Like if you can apply it on this journey and you know what I mean, it's beneficial to you, then by all means, but it's certain things that's dead information. You know what I mean? Dead information. Like, for instance, gutting an animal, yanking the organs out, scraping the fat off, making a blood border, chopping legs off, chopping the head off. And then you roast it as a sweet smelling savor to the deity. As a sweet smelling savor. Smell good. Blood and flesh smell good, huh? So it's a lot that's been going on, you know what I mean, for the past 2,000 something years that a lot of people are scared to even speak on. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Y'all hit that like button, subscribe. You understand? Send this on out to your pastors, your emails, your meemaws, and whoever the hell else you deem is spiritually worthy or, you know what I mean, some type of spiritual force in your life. You dig? We just present the information. We ain't write the book. We only read what was in it. You understand? But as usual, people gonna get mad at the messenger instead of, you know what I mean, looking at the ugly, sobering truth of the message. You hate the message so much you'll silence the one that's speaking it. You know what I mean? Serious business. Shout out to Quace Williams. She said that documentary was intense. I bet. Them the same cats that brought you What the Health, Seaspiracy, Cowspiracy. It's the same bros. Same ones. You know what I mean? So when major league work get done like that, I always say support, man. You don't have to support them brothers. You dig? All good, all good. Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. What is the word in the building today? We love y'all too. You know what I mean? We love y'all too. All right, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started in a second. I want to share the scripture with y'all. Share the scripture real quick. You know what I mean? That often gets overlooked. It gets overlooked a lot. You feel me? But here, let's go here real quick. Let's go here real quick. See what we talking about around these parts. All right. Dang. I'm about to share my screen with you in a minute. Give me a second. I wanna go into this just real quick. Dang. All right, dang. All right, let's go ahead and share some of this. Let's just work real quick. Then we're gonna get into this documentary, man. Major league documentary. A lot of these right here, a lot of these scriptures right here, a lot of our people are very familiar with. They call it the cleansing of the temple. All right, we're gonna go to this account right here in Matthew 21, excuse me. I'm gonna read verses 12 and 13. You know what I mean? And a lot of people really don't realize how detrimental and how crucial the temple was. It's a whole complex. You know what I mean? It was a whole complex. You dig? It was actually a slaughterhouse. It was big business though. Major league big business. So you got this brother out of Galilee, northern Israel. He ain't even from Jerusalem. Galilee is up north. You know what I mean? So he ain't even from Jerusalem. He at least a 4 days journey walking from Jerusalem. So he's up in Jerusalem, right? We talking about Yahshua, Messiah, Jesus, whoever, however, you know, whatever tickles your fancy. It makes me no matter at all, however you decide to pronounce whatever. That ain't what I'm talking about today. But he attacks the temple. They call it cleansing the temple, but he attacked it. All right, watch this. I'm gonna start at verse 11, 21 and 11. 21 and 10. And when he was coming to Jerusalem, all the city was moved, saying, who is this? Who is this? Verse 11. And the multitude said, this is Yeshua, Jesus, the prophet of Nazareth, of Galilee. See, he ain't even from Jerusalem. Look at this, cleansing. So he's basically not a foreigner, but he's not a native. I guess they call him Jerusalemites. He ain't a native Jerusalem. You know what I mean? He from up north. Now he comes into Jerusalem, right? Not being from there, look what he does. And Yeshua, Jesus, went to the temple of God and cast out all them, throughout all them that sold and bought in the temple. What you mean that sold and bought? So this money being exchanged through her. It's livestock, it's product, it's all type of foreign coins being turned in for local coins. And this is a bank, y'all. This major league business right here. That's like one of y'all going to attack the Federal Reserve Bank. Look what he did. And he cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves. And said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer. But you have made it what? A den of thieves. Y'all in there doing all type of underhanded dealing in the temple. Notice he overthrew the seats of them, the money changers, those are the bankers, and the ones in there selling doves. Like, so what's the symbology behind selling some doves? Y'all, they in there selling sacrifices. So you can go take that little animal right on over there to that priest, you know what I mean, the next building over on the temple complex and have it slain. They're selling sacrifices. They call it a cleansing of the temple to soften the blow. No, he attacked that deal. That's what happened. He attacked it. You see, let's get another example of it. We're gonna go to let's go to the one in John. Yeah. This one a good one too. Let's go to the one in John, the 2nd chapter. Watch this. Watch this. This is all leading into this documentary that we about to watch. You know what I mean? Excellent, powerful documentary. You know what I mean? Yeah, they in there selling sacrifices. That's how they getting their money. It's a bank. It's a slaughterhouse. You dig? They exchanging money, foreign coin. They do that today. It's called the Forex, the foreign exchange. The money changers are bankers. You dig? Don't forget you living up under an imposter king, Herod, who appointed Roman appointed priests. So even the priests ain't even in their right capacity. Most of the priests in the Sanhedrin and them ain't even natural Israelites. They not even that. This whole deal is messed up by the time this northern Nazarene Essene from Galilee comes stomping through that deal. A lot of people don't put themselves into the political climate of Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. What really was going on? Them zealots was outside too. I mean, it was a war zone. Heads was getting took, espionage. You know what I mean? And when you get into that, like the politics behind it, it's gonna force you to view this thing totally different. You're gonna view it totally different. Watch this right here. Watch this. John, the 2nd chapter. If y'all getting some understanding, drop some 9s up in the chat. John, the 2nd chapter. Start at verse 13. And the Yahudim Passover Pesach was at hand. Yeshua went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold who? Oxen and sheep and doves and changers of money sitting there. Here you go thinking that, they just wanted some pets. No, they're in the temple selling sacrifices. That's what's going on here. This is what the historical Mashiach had a problem with. It wasn't cool with the priests and the scribes and all them. You dig? Not only because what they were saying was completely off, what they was doing on a daily. You understand? You draining the resources from the poor. You dig? Like it was a straight mafia. It was the temple complex, the Levitical priesthood during the time of Yeshua was a straight up mafia, straight mob. Everybody had to pay taxes. You see? So you get this northern Nazarene Essene from Galilee come strolling through Jerusalem. And look what he do. He skipped right. Look at what we got here. And found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves And you already know if all that money being, if all these things are being sold, these animals are being sold, you know the money is right there. A money changer is a banker. Look at this. And when he had made a scourge of small coin, hold on, this is an attack. Huh? On what's bringing you or what's bringing the economy money. Even though the priest is the ones getting rich off of it, you understand? Listen to me. You attacking the money. You damn right this is a threat. You attacking money, so that means you attacking political interests, business interests, everything. So look what Yeshua, look what he do. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, you remember your grandmama used to tell you go get that switch. Well, he made a switch out of a whole bunch of switches. Look what he did. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, cast them out, threw them out. And the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers or the bankers' money and overthrew the tables. Y'all think this, you still think Sweet Jeebus is Ned Flanders? Diddly do, neighbor? No, this was serious business. This was a hostile environment. And he made a switch out of a whole bunch of switches, boy. You know they was low running up out of there. If you ever got the skin peeled off you with a switch, you know good and well what that is. Huh? They was low running about that temple. Here you go. You're not even, we reading this for years. We ain't even peeping. Like, hold on, this is an attack on the bankers' money. Based off this slaughterhouse they got set up called a what? Called a temple. And that the priests, you understand? They the dons of it. The priests, the Herodians, you know what I mean? Who collected money for the Romans. It's a political powder keg in Jerusalem or Judea 2,000 plus years ago. What you talking about? You need modern terms? Look at Iraq. It was a war zone. You dig? Look at this. Look at this. And said unto them that sold doves, take these things, get these things out of her. Make not my father's house a house of what, y'all? Merchandise. You see that? This was big.